The sad death of the Queen has put an operation into place that will lead up to her funeral. Elizabeth II died this afternoon at Balmoral, and her eldest son and heir Prince Charles is now king with his wife Camilla as Queen Consort. It is believed that her funeral will take place on Monday week, September 19, and it is expected to take place at Westminster Abbey in central London. The original plans are for the Queen's coffin to process on a gun carriage to the Abbey, pulled by naval ratings, sailors, using ropes rather than horses. Senior members of the family are expected to poignantly follow behind, just like they did for the funeral of Diana, Princess of Wales and the Duke of Edinburgh. The military will line the streets and also join the procession. Heads of state, prime ministers and presidents, European royals and key figures from public life will be invited to gather in the Abbey, which can hold a congregation of 2,000. The service will be televised, and a national 2-minute silence is expected to be held. The same day as the funeral, the Queen's coffin will be taken to St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle for a televised committal service. Later in the evening, there will be a private interment service with senior members of the royal family. The Queen's final resting place will be the King George VI Memorial Chapel, an annex to the main chapel, where her mother and father were buried, along with the ashes of her sister, Princess Margaret. Philip's coffin will move from the royal vault to the Memorial Chapel to join the Queen's. Before the Queen's funeral, her coffin is expected to lie in state following a ceremonial procession through London. It will last 4 full days. The Archbishop of Canterbury will conduct a short service following the coffin's arrival. Hundreds of thousands of people will file past the coffin on its catafalque and pay their respects, just as they did for the Queen Mother's lying in state in 2002. Senior royals are also expected to pay their own moving tribute, standing guard at some stage around the coffin, the tradition known as the Vigil of the Princes. Buckingham Palace made the announcement of the Queen's death at 6:30 p.m., stating, "The Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon. The King and the Queen Consort will remain at Balmoral this evening and will return to London tomorrow." The death of Queen Elizabeth II will be especially hard on her grandson Prince Harry, whose relationship with the royal family had become strained in recent years, Karl Stefanovic said. Harry arrived at Balmoral nearly an hour and a half after the death of his grandmother the Queen was announced. Buckingham Palace declared the passing of Britain's longest-serving monarch aged 96 at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday evening. But flight data shows the Duke of Sussex's jet was still in the air at the time, not touching down at the airport until nearly 15 minutes later. He was then seen in the back of a car leaving the site just after 7 p.m. He finally arrived at the Scottish estate at 7:52 p.m., where he joined other members of the royal family in mourning the Queen's death. Harry headed to Balmoral alone, without his wife Meghan, having previously been due to attend the Well Child Awards in London this evening. He was expected to make a speech at tonight's awards, which honours the brave deeds of seriously ill children, before he cancelled the appearance. It is understood Meghan has remained in London, but will not attend the Well Child Awards. The Duchess could potentially join Harry in Scotland at a later date, a source said.